Sure, you guys all know who freaking XQC is, dude. Biggest streamer to ever crouch in a chair like a gargoyle, dude. The Juicer famously got the biggest kick contract freaking ever, I think. It was like 100 million something or other. That's the number people were throwing around anyway. Freaking streams all the time. This is a video by Golf Cart, the loneliest millionaire on the internet, dude. Let's freaking see. Let's see why he was so sad at this point in time. Why his money couldn't make him happy.
I hate it when it happens when I'm on stream.
The first rule of being an A-list streamer is brutal, but simple. Once you turn the camera on, you never get to turn it off. To the world, he's XQC, one of the most watched, highest paid personalities.
That's an interesting perspective because you actually do get to turn it off, like whenever you want. See? Can't even see me right now. I'm like John Cena, except for on the stream where you can still see me, like the vertical part, but I can't turn that one off right now, so just bear with me, chat. But yeah,
He's on the planet.
it's totally your choice.
Is the biggest streamer on Twitch.
The fame, the 9-figure deals, the constant roar of 40,000 live viewers. From the outside, it looks like the ultimate success story. But that
The sleepovers with Drizzy Drake.
is not the story you're about to see.
The football
this story
games.
is much darker. Because sometimes you get everything you ever wanted, just to lose everything that ever mattered.
You get nothing. You're not the
victim here.
Now, every story about a downfall starts somewhere, and for XQC, it started at the top. Felix Lengyel was a professional gamer turned full-time streamer. Online, he went by XQC, and by early 2018, he'd already built a massive following. Over 200,000 people followed him on Twitch.
Dude, I remember when I freaking still lived in Las Vegas one day, like Brian, who I lived with, my roommate, freaking wanted to go to see this like esports arena that they built in Vegas. So I went with him and like our whole little house at the time. We all went there and they had freaking a ton of like screens and they all had XQC stream playing on it. It was very strange. Like, I'm sure they just weren't doing anything that day, so they just put something up, but it was interesting. I don't really remember anything else other than that. It was just like a nerd dome.
And every night, thousands tuned in just to watch the madness unfold.
Nobody will ever do.
XQC was the definition of an internet troll. He talked weird, said whatever popped into his head. And yeah, he wasn't exactly the cleanest guy around, but that's not really the point, because he could make quite literally anything entertaining. Back then, the magic was in his reactions. It really didn't matter what happened. Dying in game, getting stream sniped, some annoying TTS donation. He'd explode, lose his mind, and somehow make it hilarious. But over time, the chat started catching on. They realized that the more they pushed him, the better content got. So it kind of became this game. Who could piss him off the most? Who could get the biggest reaction? Every week, the stunts got worse, and what started as harmless trolling
piss him
was
on the
slowly
most.
turning into something meaner. The line between the stream and real life was starting to blur. And in about 2 seconds, someone was about to take it too far.
I'm coming out.
Oh no.
Yes.
Free my boy, he didn't do nothing.
For the first time in his life, Felix found himself staring down the barrels of a few standard issue LAPD Glocks.
Yikes.
A viewer from his stream had found his home address and called the police, reporting a violent threat. This is known as swatting. It's an
I
internet
remember watching you back in the day. Now we both hitting the Benjamin. Hell yeah. Cheers, my boy.
prank
Hope you're
that's
doing
gotten people
well.
killed before.
Thanks for
And
watching.
for Felix, this was the moment that changed everything.
He had 3 guns at me. What the?
That's so scary.
He realized that being live meant being exposed, that anyone with a grudge or a twisted sense of humor could reach through the screen and make his real life collapse in seconds. So he started closing doors. No more personal details, no leaks, no risks. His addresses, his circle, and even what he said on stream, all of it got locked down. From that point forward, XQC was split in two. There was the version everyone knew, the chaotic, high-energy streamer who seemed to live entirely online.
I just want to play the game.
And then there was the other side, the one he kept completely off camera. That's where this story gets interesting, because what the internet thought they were watching wasn't real life. It was a reflection stitched together from a million half-truths. What was actually happening behind the scenes is a whole different story. With Felix's address being leaked
This is a
online,
really well-made freaking documentary. Shout out to Golf Cart.
he realized he needed to move. He left his apartment and moved in temporarily with the girl he had met just a few months ago. Her name was Sammy.
Hey, Mikey Mott's in the chat, dude. He recommended this video. Shout out to the GOAT. Hope you're doing well, dog.
A fellow streamer in the Overwatch community, better known as Adept. With a new setup and a new apartment, Felix once again went live.
It's what time is it?
This is like his girlfriend of a long time. I guess they lived together and streamed together for a while. I never watched them together, but I heard about their like crazy divorce, or like she tried to frame it as a divorce and like took his car, and that was like the end of it.
think it's time to go again.
And from the outside, nothing looked wrong. If anything, it looked better than usual.
Is this working, boys, or what?
He was streaming more than ever, laughing more than ever, making more money than ever.
Does that look like a shark?
Every month, the numbers continued to climb. The chat was bigger, the clips were everywhere, and Twitch was basically becoming his playground. Eventually, Felix found a new place, something more permanent, and Adept moved in with him. Online, they insisted they were just roommates, but whenever they were on stream together, they didn't exactly look like just roommates.
Fix these right up. Oh my god, he really did.
It was kind of sweet. Two streamers building a life off of the same madness.
Roommates that giggle and laugh and touch each other at late hours of the day of the opposite sex? That's normal.
They'd joke on stream, sometimes argue a little, but the infinitely parasocial chat would eat it up. It felt like a look into his real life. And maybe that's why nobody thought twice when things seemed off.
Hell yeah, dog. I'm excited to see it. Sounds
He changed
lit.
rooms, it was just a new setup. If he ended the stream early, chat blamed the bad sleep schedule. Little things you only notice when you already know how the story ends. From 2020 to 2022, it was the golden run. XQC became Twitch's poster boy. He was the single most watched streamer for 3 years in a row. He'd go live for 10 hours a day, grinding some random game or reacting to whatever was trending. Then go to sleep,
Only 10 hours? That's kind of light, don't you
wake up,
think?
and do it again the next day.
Aren't you leaving money on the table by not doing 40 hours a day?
On the surface, XQC was living the perfect life. He had the fame, the dream car, the $1 million mansion, and the cherry on top of it all, Felix and Sammy finally told their fans what everyone already knew. They were dating. Everyone watching thought, damn, XQC's living
They were roommates. I don't even know where that meme's from, but I know it's a thing people say and then laugh, and I don't get
the
it.
dream.
Happy
And
to
for a
pass
while,
it
maybe
on.
He was. But in reality, everything was falling.
Lonniedos, my girlfriend loves you and talks about you so much. She's very attracted to you, but more so than me, I think. Haha, what do you think? Haha. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sure you're trolling, but I feel like the best thing that you could do is just I'll turn my camera off. Here, I got you, brother.
Apart. To understand why
This is
everything
fair.
went wrong,
Oh, it didn't
we
work.
need to rewind
On the video,
all
it'll
the
make
way
sense.
Back to 2019. After moving in with Adept, the swattings didn't just magically go
apologies
away.
for the way I
Somehow,
am.
Within weeks, his
I hope you
address
guys
kept
can
getting
find peace in your marriage.
leaked online, and once it was
Don't
out
do that,
there, it was
okay.
only a matter of time before the police showed up at his door.
Phew.
Actually, get me the out of here, man. I'm
Oh, shit, my bad.
And knowing all of it, man.
Don't cry.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'll get the out
Even though this is a very emotional part of the documentary, let's watch.
I'm about to know. I don't want to live anymore. Retarded.
Felix learned fast. After those first incidents, he made sure it never happened live again. No cameras, no chat reactions, nothing for the trolls to feed on.
Loomis is a good boy, if that's
We'll be
what
on
you
the move
mean.
for a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's whatever.
But every time he thought he'd found a safe spot, something would slip. One day he'd be streaming from one place, and the next, somewhere completely different.
I'll find a way to get my stuff somewhere I can keep it safe. I'll find a way.
Sometimes he'd crash at a
Does
friend's
he have a house now that people don't leak? Or is it just leaked and he pays for a bodyguard or something? Fucking, it seems like he has a house now, but I don't know.
or head back to Montreal to stay with his parents
My
until he could find a new
pussycat!
place. But none of it really felt safe.
Almost every
Where
day,
is that guy?
the police came to our house with a full squad. I was genuinely scared that I was going to die.
Now, anyone near him, Sammy, friends, family, were in danger solely because he was there with them.
Just me being around people like
Happy to help,
endangers
dog.
them. It's just kind of like unfair for others.
Yes.
And the worst part, there wasn't
Happy
really
might be the
anything he
wrong
could do
word.
about it. The more famous he got, the bigger the audience became, and the more dangerous that 1% of it became too.
I don't know what the is wrong with you guys. I don't know what the is wrong with you absolute degenerates.
Moving became routine.
Yeah,
Every
dude,
so
people
often,
who SWAT streamers are psychos. What if this guy just died in front of you? Would you fucking pog? I wouldn't.
came a new house with a new setup, and each time it looked the same.
Then what am I gonna
Plain empty
watch?
bedroom.
I just thought
Just
if
kidding,
I
that is
purchase a
fucked.
home and I'm the only person on the title, it's my home. I thought, what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, maybe that we're having an XQC moment here, but I don't really see the logic in that at all, because people know your name and they could look it up. If anything, you should get it someone else to buy the shit and then just pay for it, right? Even though that's a bad idea for other reasons probably, but if you were being gang stalked...
And sometimes I realize, like, it just doesn't matter, dude. I can't have shit.
Whether he had an actual setup or not, he'd start streaming regardless. He simply wasn't going to let that 1% of viewers ruin it for the other 99. Over
Hell
time,
yeah.
he would slowly but surely fill the space. Sometimes it was posters on the wall, or adding a bed, cool lights, or maybe some plants to the stream room. But it seemed like the minute it actually started
I dropped a Celsius in the damn litter box today because the box broke. Sag.
feel like a home, like someone actually lived there, the cycle restarted.
Okay, well, I guess
What up,
we'll
Hamilton?
move again.
Well.
And we'll start it again. And hopefully, and it's probably gonna blow up again.
After a while, you could see it wearing on him. The sleep deprivation, the junk food, the constant anxiety. It
The
all
gambling, the Red Bull, the
started to pile up.
Adderall.
Somewhere in that blur of streams and relocations, the pressure began to break through.
XQC is, if you watch his content, renowned for being really, really bad at sleeping.
X has night terrors where he runs through the house screaming.
Felix started having night terrors.
That's terrifying.
This morning, I was bloody. Yeah,
The singing game? No, I've never played it. Is it fun?
I did have a fight actually.
I've seen it.
That's crazy. When he wakes up to that, do you freak out, Adept? It doesn't scare you?
He'd wake up gasping, disoriented, sprinting across the room trying to escape something.
No, it
that
doesn't
wasn't
bother
there.
me.
And so, oh my god.
I just wake up with no air and I just run.
What
Dude,
the
there's, like, holes
fuck,
in the
dude?
wall because of it. Dude, look, there's one above the bed. Look at that. Literally ran straight into the wall.
That's horrible.
Whether he was with Adept or staying with friends, they would have to pull him out of it before he hurt himself. But sometimes he didn't wake up fast enough.
I woke up and I hurt myself in panic. That's all. So I don't really know what happened, but it should be fine.
Like punched himself in the face or something? Jesus. That's crazy.
So-
And even then,
Night
the very
terrors are
next
so
day, he was
scary.
still alive.
And also fucking sleepwalking, dude. I'm like so scared. I don't freaking think that I did like a little bit of sleepwalking when I was a kid, but it was just like when I still lived at home, but I don't think I've done it ever in my adulthood. But it's like my biggest fear that I would do it and just like walk out of the house or something. Bro, it's so scary.
Because for Felix, stopping meant thinking. And thinking was worse.
In a way, when I go live, I have my own little sun or my little spotlight above my head, right? Recently, it's been like, spotlight goes off, and it's just darkness.
At one point, after years of this cycle, things got so bad that he started writing a will. He genuinely wasn't sure how much longer he'd last if things kept going the same way.
I had a bunch of bad thoughts. Things kept happening that were really bad and scary. I felt like I wasn't gonna live very long.
When he began going through what he had and figuring out where it should all go, it naturally fell to his family. But one name wasn't there, Adep's. And when she found out, everything blew to Kingdom Come. This was the
Why
start
is
of
that?
something that would turn into one of the most bizarre and public breakups the internet had ever seen.
After that, things just kind of like started like.
Bro, if you freak out because someone doesn't put you in their will, you are literally proving to them that they were right to not put you in it, right? Like, who the fuck wants to give someone some shit if it's like that? I don't know.
Up, you know?
When Adept found out she wasn't included in Felix's will, the tension between them
Oh,
began
that's
to
a
boil
make or
over.
breaker point for you? That means that I shouldn't even have you in my life at all.
Why are you raising your?
It's like the biggest red flag to end them all. Excuse me, guys. Don't have a domestic dispute while I'm talking, please.
Okay, can you understand that I always do this, and it's not target.
What started as a couple's argument slowly grew into something much bigger, one that pulled in Felix's family and refused to fade.
Simi, you
I
called
did
my
not.
family psycho, crazy,
You did
conniving
that
ass
too.
crack. I
Went
blamed
against
myself.
our
You
agreements.
talked to me
You
for 3
went
hours,
against our
blaming
private
everybody else.
conversations. I do this with you anymore. You are not a victim
Okay,
here. You have
you're
never
not-
been
you're
a
right.
victim
Okay,
here.
okay.
I'm done speaking with
Okay,
you.
I'm done
You
as
are
well.
not a victim.
It's okay,
Stop
okay,
victimizing.
I think it goes without saying, don't stream things like this. Don't
okay,
have
sorry.
this
Okay, I'm
conversation
sorry.
here.
Fine.
Over the next few months, things only got worse. Arguments kept resurfacing, and every attempt to fix things seemed to just make it worse.
Sorry. See? Classic.
If my girlfriend ever called me cringe, I would fucking freak out.
Just like before the stream,
As in, like, I'd cry.
you say an argument or say your remark, and you leave, and then you're like, I got him, dude. It's not how it works, though.
Eventually, Felix felt like he was cornered, like he had to choose just one, family or Adept.
I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy. And
Guys, if you ever feel that way, and your family isn't a totally, like, dysfunctional disaster, I would say it's an easy choice to just choose the family, because relationships are not as, sturdy. I can't think of words right now. They're not as reliable as a family. I mean, obviously, case by case. If your family is, like, exceptionally unreliable, then maybe this doesn't apply to you, but for the most
what
part,
happened is that I kind
general
of
rule,
chose family.
And that
family's
deci-
gonna have a more of a reason to fuck with you your entire life, even if you fuck up, usually, rather than like a friendship. Even if you guys are thick as thieves, total twins, You never know. It could fall apart.
Vision set off
People
everything
flip
that came
all
next.
the time.
Why are no other streamers talking about XQC divorce?
Hello, Ludus.
Like how major it is. This ain't like some little thing. Like, this is major. This is having an impact on him psychologically.
After a string of public arguments and tense on-stream moments,
They weren't even married, right? She just did said we lived together for many years. We're common law married, whatever the fuck that means. But I guess that's what it means. It's literally just this.
Deb took things a step
Marriage
further.
without marriage.
She filed a claim saying this wasn't just a breakup. According to her, she and Felix were married under common law, which meant she was entitled to half of everything he owned.
That sounds like a load of shit.
Within
TBH.
weeks, the dispute moved
If you
from
can't
live
go through the bare minimum of actually getting the commitment marriage, then I don't think that you should be entitled to anything. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
courtrooms. In Texas, official filings started rolling in, and
But
the
maybe
court
it
stepped in
does.
to stabilize the situation while
Legally.
it played out. Adept was granted exclusive use of Felix's BMW and Tesla. Felix, on the other hand, was suddenly restricted. No more luxury spending, no gambling, nothing beyond the essentials. They were barred from entering each other's homes, and more importantly, forbidden from talking about any of it online. Essentially, a gag order. Once again, Felix was split in two, the version everyone thought they knew, and the one left behind when the camera turned off. But this time, the internet filled the void. Today, those court records are sealed, but back then, they were open to anyone who knew where to look. A few creators dug them up before they vanished behind closed doors, and with each new filing, the internet got another glimpse into the story Felix couldn't tell himself.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
What's going on?
This is Stephen A. Sarch, a journalist who's written for outlets like Business Insider and Rolling Stone, but more importantly, he was one of the first people to break this whole story.
The common
Yeah, this is just all their divorce shit. We already know that, and they already explained that. I'm gonna skip that part.
Except the person who had been in his life for years was now the person tearing it apart.
The deeper you are invested with somebody, the deeper that you trust them, the harder betrayal will feel when it happens.
What started as a conversation about his will, about money,
Being vulnerable.
and what would happen if something went wrong, spiraled into something much bigger. And somewhere along the way, Felix lost someone that felt like home.
I wasn't the best boyfriend at times, but I don't think anybody deserves to feel that level of betrayal ever.
The fallout rolled straight into his family. Words were said, lines were crossed, and even months later, things still hadn't really healed. So he did what he always does when everything falls apart. He streamed, because chat was the only thing that still felt familiar.
At the end of the day, all I want to do is go back to this. I want to spend time enjoying the thing that this comes with, right? The status, whatever. All that shit is like, it's just in noise. It actually is. It's noise.
Sometimes he'd go live and talk in circles, half-coded rants about things that he couldn't say. You could tell he wanted to open up, he just couldn't. And the longer that went on, the lonelier it looked.
Money just changes people, man. If people say it's changed me, you want to know why? There's something about me. Everybody around me, just that's all they cared about. It's just money shit. When everybody around me starts caring about it like so much, right? Then it annoys me. Because then there's me right here, everybody's next to me, and then everybody's looking past me to whatever I have. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get the focus back on me? I'll just burn it then. That's kind of like logical conclusion almost. Sometimes it feels like I'd have none of the problems I have right now if it wasn't for that.
Over time, the streams got shorter and less consistent, but the outbursts and the drama grew. It was like watching someone set fire to the parts of their life that still worked.
I didn't change for the longest time, and it felt like that's all people wanted. So yeah, I bought really dumb shit. I wasted money on the stupidest thing I could ever find.
Dude, that's why he wears Gucci shirts every day. He's fighting back. He's getting rid of the bad parts of it. Or he just likes the shirts probably as well.
See that money go up in flames on useless than being to giving to people that's all they care about.
After months of filings, restrictions, and silence, it finally ended. The court dismissed the case. The claims were dropped. No more orders, no more waiting. For the first time in nearly a year, Felix could finally speak again.
They just gave me the news that I was no longer in any significant legal battle, and it's all over. After months and months sitting in the dark, I actually had somebody tell me and validate that my brain was rooted in reality.
In the end, Felix never really escaped the chaos. He just stopped letting it define him. The cameras are still there. The chat still moves a mile a minute. But he's not hiding behind it anymore. When he goes live, it's not to fill the silence. It's because he actually wants to be there. The line between XQC and Felix will probably always exist. But for the first time, it doesn't feel like a mask. It feels more of like a balance. He can log off, disappear for a while, and the world keeps spinning. The stream doesn't have to be his whole life anymore. And maybe that's the real win. Not the contracts, not the numbers, not the record-breaking deals, but finally being okay with just being himself.
Hell yeah, this was a really good video, dude. Shout out Golf Cart, dude. I've seen some of their other videos. They make good stuff. Y'all fuck with XQC. Have you ever watched The Juicer? Let me know your opinions in the comments. Thanks for watching.